Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's Tuesday night. You know where you're at. You know the guys on the screen. I'm your host, JB. That's my podcast partner, my brother from another, DJ C Way. And you are tuned in to Sports Talking with JB. My brother, how you feeling?
Man.
How you feeling?
Man, everything, JB, man. Chilling on this Tuesday night, man. Bless.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you once again, my brother. Welcome everybody in the chat. You know, of course, Alabama didn't play in the national championship, but this is the national championship recap show. We have a new champion for the 2025-26 season, and we're going to talk about them. We got to praise the champions, right? But before we do all that, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel and share this to your people. Yes, sir. What's up, TJ, in the chat, man?
What's happening, TJ?
What's up, my regulars, man? Hey, y'all come on in here and make yourself known. What's up, Sacramento?
What's going on, Sacramento?
What's going on? Hey, there go Efron.
What's up, Efron?
He happy.
Hey.
That's the quarterback for all of us. He talking about over Mendoza, Raider Nation.
Hey, that's your quarterback, man. That's your quarterback.
I said, look at Efron. Yeah, what's up? D-Cal, what's going on? Brother?
Hey, lay up off their necks. Don't let off all them necks.
Yes, sir, man. Big roll tide to everybody. You know, we still roll tide, even though we didn't participate. We still roll with the tide. But yeah, man, everything is everything, like C-Way was saying. We're gonna get to it, but before we get to it, we got to go through our sponsors, and we have a nice show for y'all tonight for sure. Let's go with the sponsors right now. Of course, the whole network, sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, bringing in the new year. If you're in the market for a new Benz or pre-owned vehicle, visit the website, jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB podcast network. And also for all your Tide fans out there, make sure you holler at the good people over at whitwheelsports.com. Our title tower was somewhere around here, but you know I got it. You know we got it. Yes, sir. Whitwheelsports.com. You can get your title tower. We will be giving title towers away in the spring. I promise you that. We just try to get more information on when spring ball is going to be if we have a spring game. So that's later on, a couple months down the line. But you can also get you a title tower for yourself with whitwheelsports.com. All right. And put this out there. Senior Bowl is next week, right? So coverage of the Senior Bowl all next week. We will not have a live Tuesday night show. Basically, every show next week is going to have something to do with the Senior Bowl. So just to let you guys know, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned in. And a schedule of events will be coming out soon for the Panini Senior Bowl down in Mobile.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, we got all that out the way, man. Steve Wade, we're going to talk about this good game, right? The good game last night, the national championship. We also going to talk about Coach Kurt Sinetti. You like to call him Coach C because you don't know how to pronounce his name.
No, I don't. I'm not even going to try.
I know it. And then, of course, Mendoza. But we also going to give you guys some little breaking news going on about some quarterback and, lawsuits and things of that nature. Plus, we got to preview the NFL playoffs. We got the AFC championship, the NFC championship going down. We got to preview that and talk about some coaching changes. But before we do all that, C-Way and chat, I know we, you know how we do on this show. We like to have a little fun. C-Way, yes, I know you get a laugh out of this. Check this out.
If you let this game go the other way, there's not a time in the rest of your life that you can walk in this stadium, drive by this stadium without thinking about that pain. I made it tantamount to somebody coming in your house, sitting at your table, holding your right hand, eating your food, getting up and leaving with your woman. It ain't gonna happen here. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no way.
And with all that being said, he did all that was before the game. That was pregame Mike Irvin, right?
Right.
That was pregame Mike Irvin. And guess what happened? The Indiana Hoosiers went to their house, like he said, on their table, held their wife hand, took their food off their plate, and left with the championship. Congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers, man. The national champion. You see it right there. Great game, by the way. You know, me and C-Way, we actually talked about this. Yeah, Mike Irvin. You know he's gonna come with the sound bites, bro.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, man, a wrap up to one of the. So I'm gonna ask you first, C. I'm gonna ask you first before we talk about the actual game. Give me a quick. How do you feel? Like, how did you feel about this football season as a whole? Thinking about how it started out and how it ended last night.
Man, this was a exciting college football year to me. You know, you had some highs and lows. You didn't know what to expect. You know, that's what it shows. And what it also showed is when you get in the playoff, is how you play in the playoff. And you got to make the most of every opportunity. We had some good highlights. We had some strong performances for good teams. Man, it was just exciting all year long. You got to see a team who last year got blowed out in the playoff last year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Came back, and this is a true definition of a redemption season. You saw a team go back and got embarrassed, and this year, BTA, everybody they played, and it was a good thing to see. You got to see a team like Miami who started off strong, fell off a couple of games, got it in the playoff, and made the most of their opportunities. So, man, It was a good college football year all year long. And I was very excited to see it.
I would agree with you, C-Way. It was definitely unpredictable, right? And then, you know, let's look at the playoff, for instance. Before we get into the game, look at how it ended out. Like, you had the 12th, well, not the 12th seed, but Miami was the 10th seed. But theoretically, they were the last team to get in the playoff. Because if you remember the big argument about a month and a half ago, Notre Dame crying, saying they should be in over Miami, even though Miami beat them. So you had that going on. Miami, who backdoored in the playoffs,
right?
They did. I mean, we got to give respect where respect is due to the Hurricanes. They went to College Station, held them to 3 points, right? Won that game. It was ugly, but they won. And they went to the bowl game, beat Ohio State, the national champions of last season, beat them, and they really dominated Ohio State. The thriller against Ole Miss that we saw a couple weeks back. So shout out to Miami Hurricanes, man. That was really from doing that, getting to the championship and the way it ended. Great season. They have nothing to hold their head down for, bro. We saw a lot of the players, Tony, you know, a lot of the players that was, you know, they shed some tears, of course. They were disappointed, but it's expected. But they have nothing to hold their head low for. And I know Coach Cristobal, great coach, by the way. I know he had a great talk with those young men last night. And I'm sure when they left that building, that stadium last night, they left with their head up high. I'm sure, bro.
I'm pretty sure. And JB, I can say this too, man. My personal opinion is I think no team, I'm not counting James Madison and Tulane, but the other power conferences, the teams that actually made the playoff, me personally, bro, I feel that nobody should hold their head down. they all was some good competitive games except our game against Indiana. But I'm not gonna go back and forth that. But the teams that made it, man, every team showed up and they all proved that they wanted to be there. And I'm excited what next season is going to look like,
Yes.
and that's going to be the key. And that's why I can't wait till we get into the show so we can really hype up our talk about next season and the game and our early predictions and just talk about some of the different changes that's been made. I'm excited for the show, man. Overall, good season for every team, every young man, every coach. Man, y'all keep your heads up and just keep on grinding. And just congratulations to Indiana, man. They had a historic season. First national championship. Big Ten got 3 championships in a row. SEC, hey, we got to come with it. Hey, we got to come with it. That's a 3-peat for the Big Ten. As of now, they are the big dogs in college football right now.
I'm glad you mentioned that because here we go right here. I was going to get to that graphic right there. Yep. I mean, you're looking at it right there. Even though that 2023 championship may be a little tainted, some circumstances.
Yeah.
But as of right now, they're still the champions. They did go and win the games, but it's a little tainted. That's neither here nor there. But you see Michigan won it, and then you see Ohio State, and then you see what. So, hey, 3 in a row. The Big Ten, and I'm gonna get on here and say this, and y'all know we love Bama, and a lot of y'all that watch this show, y'all come because we talk Bama, right? We start the show, we talk Bama, but the Big Ten has been dominant over the past 3 years, and they deserve the title as the best conference in college football. They deserve it now, bro.
I agree. As much as I don't want to give it to them, but I got to. And like you said, 2 of those 3 championships had to beat Bama to get to that championship.
Yep.
They beat, 2 of those teams beat Bama. We lost to Michigan last year at the beginning and the end of the year. The first game, we brought the new year in, losing to them. We ended the year losing to them. And then Indiana just dog walked us. So right now, the Big Ten have shown that they can outclass Alabama right now, even Alabama right now. So, man, I got to give kudos to the Big Ten. I don't want to say they're the most dominant. I ain't going to say they're the most dominant conference, but hey, right now they are the better conference because they are bringing the championships home, And Indiana outpowered us. So, we can't say that we're the most physical conference anymore. So, man, we just got to give the Big Ten credit. The Big Ten, the NIL, the NIL has helped the Big Ten catch up with the SEC as far as physical play.
That's true. I would say that, but also, I got something else for that NIL. So it's really, and let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this 16-0, man. Most wins in the undefeated season by Coach Zanetti. I mean, this is remarkable, right?
It is.
So, and to think about, let's put some more respect on Coach Zanetti while we talking about him. This is what I want to do. I want to talk about him and put some respect on him because this is all he does, right? He came in at the press conference 3 years ago. He said, I win. Google me. Look at the record in the past 2 seasons. 26-2. The 16-0, undefeated national champions. Last season, the first year, he went 10-2, made it to the playoffs. Right? Wasn't ready for the big moment. Came back, regrouped, got him a quarterback, got him some nice pieces in there. And this right here, Coach Zanetti is putting the college football world on notice. And I feel like if he get him a couple more of these championships to go with this one, he can go down. He can have a case for one of the greatest coaches. But I feel like he's on the rise.
Yeah,
he's on the rise. Yes. So because if you go look at his resume, he is a winner. He was at JMU, James Madison. He won there. But of course, when you're at a small school like that, winning it only leads to a bigger job.
Right.
So it led to this job, which you wasn't even thinking about Indiana you wasn't even thinking about Indiana and football in the same sentence before 2 years ago.
True.
Right? Yeah.
That's true.
So He put them on the map, completely on the map when it comes to college football. And one of the biggest turnaround jobs we've ever seen in this sport. From 2 years ago, this team was like 3-9 or something like that, to 2 back-to-back playoff berths and an undefeated national championship. So you got to put respect on Coach Zanetti for sure for what he did, along with this team. And C-Way, I'm gonna get your thoughts, but I want to say this too. We can go back and talk about last year, how the NIL affected Ohio State. They had the $20 million team. They bought the team. People didn't want to give Ryan Day no props because they say he bought him a team, which he had a bunch of great players, bunch of 5-star, bunch of transfer portal players he got. Coach Zanetti, he comes in with a bunch of 3-stars, a bunch of scrubs, well, quote-unquote players nobody really wanted, scrubs, 0-star, 3, 4-star, barely some 4-star players. He comes in here and turns this whole thing around. Now, I know damn well, I'm not no accountant or anything. I don't be pocket watching. But I know Indiana ain't got no NIL money like that, bro. I know Indiana ain't got no NIL money like the Texas, like the Oregons, the Texas Techs, the Ohio States. They don't have the money to like that. They're not buying players like that. So you can look at it like, yeah, they have 8 4-stars. The rest of them were 3 stars, 2, 1, and 0. But long story short, last season, it was Ohio State with the bought team. Everybody saying they bought the team, all the 5 stars. This season, it's a complete different. You got a team with only 8 4-stars, no 5 stars, and they go undefeated and win a national championship. Beat the brakes off Alabama, beat Ohio State, beat the brakes off Oregon twice, and beat Miami in a national championship. So really, you can't say they ain't play nobody. You can't say they bought a team. I feel like this man here, this is one of the great coaching jobs in a season that you will ever see. This is one of the great coaching jobs, because even with all the Saban championships, and I'm not comparing him to Saban, not none bit. Saban had to get Bama together. He had to get them players in there. But we had a bunch of 5-star players. We had a bunch of players when we was winning those natties. He comes in here with the 3 stars, man. Similar to what Coach DeBoer in Washington had. Remember, 3 years ago, Coach DeBoer was in kind of the same situation with Washington. He turned them around. He got to the national championship, but he lost to Michigan. Could have won the game, and we would be talking about Coach DeBoer probably the same way we're talking about Zanetti. What DeBoer did the same thing at Washington, except he didn't get the job done. This man got the job done, so we got to give him his props. But the way college football is now, you can't say, let's go buy a team. I know a lot of teams out there, a lot of schools, the Texas schools, to be exact, the Texas Tech, the A&Ms, the Texas Longhorns out there buying players. They're competing because they got the money. But Zanetti telling you, hey, y'all can keep doing what y'all doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and we're going to keep winning. Now, if he go back and win next year, bro, I don't even know what to say no more.
I know, right?
If he do it again, bro, now, come on now. This ain't no fluke.
That's not.
It ain't no fluke. No, it's not fluke, bro.
Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot.
It's not fluke, bro. So, C-Way, what do you think? Do you think, and I'm going to pose this question to you before we move on, and chat, y'all can chime in. Do you think college football is leaning towards buying programs, buying players, or is it more of a coaching up lesser talent? Which one do you think is more of?
JB, at the end of the day, you still gotta know how to build. I still gonna think about the building, and which Coach Zanetti, I can say his name by the way, but what he is doing, at the end of the day, you can go buy whatever team you want. You look at what Ohio State did last year, right? They went to go buy a team, but Ryan Day still built a team around those other players. Some of those players was already established and built. And so I told y'all last week, most of the time, the difference between a 3-star and the 4 and 5 stars, most 3-stars probably they'll started the 11th or 12th grade year. They are late risers and they don't get the same, they don't probably have the same views or play in the prep schools. But at the end of the day, what Coach Cincinnati did is show that you still have to build you have to still be able to build a brand. You still got to have the athletes to build into your vision. You still got to be able to coach those young men. Like you said, he had some 3-stars and got them all together. You look at, I like what Luke said, but it was an excuse. Most of the players that had them big games, who had some big plays in Miami, they made those big plays in their hometown in front of their families, in front of their friends. You had a Mendoza who wanted to be just a walk-on in Miami and didn't get the opportunity. So what he said, I'm going to take my talent up there to Indiana. And Coach Cincinnati did an outstanding job. So what he is sending the message doing, right, which you, like you said, JB, to piggyback off of you, you can buy your team. I'm going to still build my team because you still got some young men out there that still believe in working hard, putting in the work, and grinding to get to the next level. And you got to have those type of athletes. You can go chase the bag all you want to, but chasing the bag ain't going to get you a 16-0. And I don't want to say that this one of the. I still think that Alabama undefeated season will beat this Indiana team. I still think that Clemson will beat this team. I still think that LSU championship will beat this team. But man, what this band did, we got to put some respect. We had never seen a team just dog walk top 10 teams, a bunch of 5-star players with what's supposed to be lesser talent, the way he did. He mopped the floor with Bama. He mopped the floor with Oregon 2 weeks later. And he showed y'all my wins are not fluke.
Yeah.
And I love his expressions, man. It's like his expressions will make you think he's a dude. You be like, man, I can't stand this dude. But the man can coach, but also he has a coaching staff that is helping him push his vision. So at the end of the day, you can have the athletes, but you still got to have a coaching staff to help push your vision. You still got to have a training staff to help push your vision. And then most importantly, you still going to have the players to play, to push the vision that you want for this team. And bro, and like you said, if the man is undefeated and win the Big Ten again next year with lesser talent, he could be sending a message. He could be sending the message to the NFL, to the NCAA, saying, "Hey, y'all can do all y'all want to with this NIL money, but I'm gonna keep winning my way."
Yeah. Hey, Elfrom, that's a good comment too. If you can't develop in 2 years and get production out of the players, they gone.
Yeah, and that comes with Elfron. Add on to what you're saying is the players going for the money, and like Kirby said, are you developing? Are you in a situation to learn from? Like say, okay, I'm gonna do for a prime example, right? I could be coaching at Alabama, right? And I could be the wide receiver coach, but I play wide receiver, and I can help a receiver develop into a better receiver. But he go chase the bag and go over there to you at Texas. You could be the wide receiver coach, but guess what position you play? Defensive line.
Yeah.
You're not developing, or vice versa. I'm a defensive lineman, or I play defensive line, Mr. Linebacker, and I'm trying to coach some linebackers up, and I'm trying to help develop them. But then they go over there to you, and you play, and you was a punter, but they got you as the linebacker and a defensive line coach. You're not developing and learning, and not trusting the like Coach Saban said. That what made Coach Saban so great. That what made Kirby Smart so great. We don't like them, but that what made Dabo Swinney so great during their tenure. They was able to win because they had players that was willing to be developed. These young men now are not willing to develop because they are chasing that They are chasing the bag. And so what you have here with Indiana, even Miami, I give Miami credit. How many 5-stars did Miami have? I'll wait.
They had
You know,
some.
they had a few.
They didn't have a whole bunch, though.
They didn't have a bunch. So at the end of the day, what they're showing that you're still like, okay, Alabama and Ohio State had more 5-stars than Ole Miss and Miami. But look at the end game. Look at the end results. At the end of the day, you still have to, the young man, you still got to develop. You still got to win. And you still got to perform on the field. And I like that. That's a powerful front. And these guys ain't developed. And you tell me, I'm not going to call this young man out, but the young man switched for position. He was a DB and went to wide receiver. And then now he's going to another team. He did not have the time. Now he's a junior. Now he did not have the time to develop properly in neither position.
Yeah. But at the same time, now they're saying you can actually play 5 years in college. I think they passed some kind of thing where you can play 5 years and you can redshirt. It's something they doing something where
If the truth be told, they doing a little too much, man, to cater to players that want to stand. Like, I'm gonna call his name. TJ Phillips, almost 7-8 years in college. Man, go to the pro. Go play arena ball. Go play Canadian ball. Man, go coach over there at Texas State, Alabama State, A&M. Go be a quarterback developing coach and help young men develop into a good quarterback. Because I'm pretty sure you have been in college long enough that you can know the ins and outs. And you say you want to take care of your kids, 3 kids, go get a job. That's how you're going to take care of those kids. Ain't nobody giving you no more NIL money. Go get a job and take care of those 3 kids.
Yeah.
And stop and leave them college girls alone.
Look,
I got to be funny now.
Hey, seriously, bro. It's going to come to a point. But we can see it's going to change, right? It's going to change. And we're going to get into the little lawsuit thing in a minute. But before we do that, bro, and you mentioned Mendoza. And you mentioned this story, right? So he was a 2-star recruit coming out of high school. Got declined a walk-on from Miami, right? He's from Miami. He's a Cuban American, right? His family, you know how the Cuban, they all down in Miami. We know that.
He's from Dade County.
Yes, this is a hometown kid. Now, they declined this kid a walk-on offer, bro. A walk-on. Come on, man. And Miami ain't had no juggernaut. Bro, it ain't like they had a stable quarterback just waiting around. Miami had been terrible before the last couple years. Yeah. Miami was terrible.
Hey, and they paid Carson Beck all that money to lose to a kid that they could have played $500,000 to.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. What did I text you? See where they pay him $6 million? He would have went for $60,000.
Yep. And before we move on, bro, congratulations to Fernando Mendoza. Shout out to the Mendoza family. And I'm praying, I heard about the situation. We're praying for your mama, we're praying for your family. Man, but that was a powerful story. To see his coach, to see his parents, to see his brother, he won a championship with his brother. And it was just it was just a good storybook ending for Fernando. Hey, man, that man played like a beast. That man showed to me last night, he showed you why he was the Heisman winner. That man took some bruises last night.
And, bro, check this out. I mean, look at this. He wanted to go to Miami in the worst way. He was in all the camps. They never hit him back. So this is his high school coach telling him that. He won a championship in high school, too. So it just goes to tell you, like, okay, it ain't all – like, sometimes the coaches turn players away. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to recruit, too. You still got to know how to recruit. Just like Elfrom say, man, the high school recruits, some on they do go to D2s and develop. They do that. You see that. But at the same time, you missing talent. You missing talent.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. I know you heard what Coach Saban had to say the other day about the statement he made about Josh Jacobs not being on stars and Damian Harris, right?
Yeah.
The question now is, who is giving some of these kids stars and who is not giving some of these kids stars?
That's what I'm saying. They need to reevaluate. You need to reevaluate who's doing the scouting.
Who's doing the scouting. And why are some of these athletes getting stars and why some of the other athletes getting stars that don't deserve stars?
And at the same time, don't mean to cut you off, but it's all based on potential, right?
Potential.
Because you coming out of high school, like you have, all the measurables. You can run the 40, you can jump out the gym, you can do all this stuff, right? All the physical traits. You have all the physical traits. But high school to college is a big jump, just like college to NFL is a big jump. Can you do the same stuff that you did in high school? Can you do it at a D1 college? Can you do it SEC Big Ten?
And I can help you out, JB. I'm a wide receiver or a cornerback or a running back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go to these 707 camps. I go to these little, these combined camps. I do good in the 707. I do good in the little scrimmages that they have without the pads. And I go down there 9th and 10th grade clock, even through the 12th grade, you have clock a few 4.4 or 4.3s or 4.2. And then, okay, now I run track. I run a 10.6 or 10.7 in the 100. I run a 21.5, 21.2 in the 200. Or if I'm a 400 running, I run a 44, 46, 45. Or I got a vertical jump out the gym. I do the high jump or the long jump or the triple jump. So you put all these accolades together, it looks good when let's say, hey, I'm a state champion in the 100, 10th grade. I'm a state champion 11th grade. I'm a state champion 12th grade. You look at now, ain't nobody stopping me. I'm a state champion in the 100, 200, or in the high jump, and you put all that, and you go to a prep school. Some of these guys go to these prep schools, right? Everybody is good on that prep school. So I'm able to, my 10th grade, my 9th grade year, I'm able to get 600, 700 yards as a 9th grader. And let's say 6 touchdowns. As a 10th grader, I get 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. As an 11th grader, I get 1,600 yards and 25 touchdowns. Guess what? I'm a 5-star athlete.
Bro, they 5-star. Think about this. You ain't even have to go to what they did during the season. You could have just stopped right there at all the accolades. Yep. All that equals 5-star.
You heard me? I just gave you the blueprint.
All that equals 5-star. Yeah.
And that's a running back. And then on top of that, I got 600. I got 4. I can even have this 400 yards, 9th grade pass receiving, 400 yards, 500 yards, and 8. You can have 5 or 6 touchdowns at receiving. Guess what? That is the recipe for a 5-star as a skill player. And no disrespect to Ryan Williams. You look at his highlights. He had the deep ball, the screen pass, and he also ran the ball. So guess what? That was the recipe to be a 5-star athlete at his position. And I like what Mendoza did. And that shows to any young man, and this chat, if y'all have a young man that's a athlete, or even a female that's playing athletes, you look at Fernando Mendoza's story. It don't matter where you start. It's where you finish. That's not just in football or sports. That's us in life, period. It don't matter where you start. It's where you finish.
Hey, and shout out to Elfron for the comment, man. The port ain't nothing but a rental, son.
I like that Elfron.
Elfron be coming over with some of that crazy, man. Hey, but check this out. Hey, check this out, though. I know we leaning a little bit forward, but Mendoza is going to be the number 1 pick in the draft. Last year,
no doubt.
Cam Ward was the number 1 pick in the draft, and guess what? Cam Ward was a 0-star.
0-star.
Coming out of high school. Yeah, 0-star. So at the same time, now we're looking at this. Put on for the 0-stars and the 1 and 2-star, baby. Put on for them.
2 years back-to-back, the best quarterback been 0-stars.
Yeah.
Like they said, bro, it don't matter where you start.
It's where you finish.
It's where you finish.
Yes. And this man is an elite company, bro. This is elite company for Mendoza right here. Let me move the ticker so y'all can see it. So in the BCS in the college football playoff era, it's only 8 guys who have won the Heisman Trophy and the national championship in the same season. Matt Leinart, Mark Ingram, Cam Newton, Jameis, Derrick Henry, Joe Burrow, Smitty, and Mendoza.
And he's in good company because all of them did decent, made their mark when they got in the NFL. Did had a decent. Matt Leonard was a little pipes. James Wilson is good and pipes.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, yeah, they were successful on the next level.
Yeah, but they all said, and James Wilson still playing on the next level. Cam Newton, we saw what he did, MVP.
Yeah.
And Joe, man, I hope Joe get free, man, so he can go in a better situation, so he can stop getting hurt.
Yeah, and then Darren Henry go down one of the greatest of all time. So you're looking at this like, yeah, this is big, right?
That's big.
That's elite company right there. Yes, sir. Shouts out to Jay Smith, man. Yes, his brother. Alberto,
he did.
Committed to Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Georgia Tech, man, might be brewing something because I believe, like I said, because some of the players are not leaving. Some of the players gonna still be there. They are doing with kind of like with Ohio State, and even they are adding on talent to what they already have. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Georgia Tech gonna do next year with Mendoza's brother.
Yeah, I want to see what he can do, man, because I know he was good in high school, so. I want to see what he can do. He sat there behind his big bro. We won a championship together, right?
Yep.
And then he already knew what he was going to do. So it is what it is. But now let's look at this before we move any further. These are the last 12 college football champions, and you still see Alabama won 3 out of the last 12. So the dynasty may be, I don't even want to say the dynasty over. The dynasty has just been delayed because we still got 3 of the last 12 national championships. They can all fit on the screen right there.
Yes, and the SEC still got majority of the last few championships. So, man, Bama fans, let's not panic right now. Let's see what next year gonna bring.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, bro, like, okay. Yeah, we don't have a back-to-back in there, but at the same time, we was there, with Clemson. We was there, right? Georgia, we was there. So we had, even when we lost, we was there.
We were there.
Yeah. So, I mean, look at 25th Ohio State, they beat us. So, moral of the story is, for the most part, to get to the Natty,
you got to go through us.
Alabama. Yeah.
You still got to go through us. You still got to go through the tie.
It's still the Alabama Invitational. The playoffs, they just expanded it so other teams can get in the Alabama Invitation. That's all, because it used to be low. Yeah,
yep.
They know what they were doing. They to a lesser degree, it did work out. They kept Alabama out the year before last, but we got in this past year, won a game, and ran into a juggernaut.
Yeah,
it is what it is. It is what it is. So. With all that being said, man, that is it for the college football season. This is the final bracket. It was an all right playoff. I ain't gonna say it was an all-time great, but we had some great games in this playoffs for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We got some BTAs in this playoffs. Some forgettable moments if you're a Bama fan. But at the same time, congratulations to the national champions of 2025 season. The Indiana Hoosier, man. Got to give them their prop, bro.
Yeah.
Got to. Hey. Yeah, we went on about 35 minutes giving them their prop, but they deserve it.
They deserve it. Man, the only thing that was annoying about looking at Indiana, the game last night, looking at little Uzi.
Oh, man, he all on the side.
Man, bro, he was the only thing annoying about the game last night. I got so tired of seeing him.
Yeah. Make sure y'all hit that like, boy.
I got so tired of seeing her. It got on my on the thing last night.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share this with your people. Now, before we talk some NFL, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? So Duke, where they put their file paperwork to sue Darian Mensah today, claiming he breached a multi-year NIL contract with the school. Now, if you guys remember when Bryce Underwood was coming in from Michigan as a freshman, it was like a big deal. Like he had like a $12 million deal. Like I think he signed on for like the whole term or something like that. I don't know exactly what he was signed on for. And if you guys know Duke won the ACC. No, they beat Virginia. They won the ACC. They had 5 losses, so they didn't make the playoffs, right? But this is a pretty good quarterback. Now, Miami is his destination. So he jumped in the portal to go to Miami, right? Duke is trying to block it, saying, no. We paid you. You got to honor this contract. But with college football and the way it is now, is no rules. Is no rules, no regulations. So what the F is a contract, right? Because is no rules.
It's no
I can do what I want to do. It's so and you know, I don't want to be too long on this, but right now, as this is laid out, all the power is in the kids' hands. They can get an agent, right, and say, hey, I ain't happy here, right? I know they pay me, but I'm trying to go somewhere. I'm trying to get to such and such. Make that happen. Or, hey, I need some more money. Let's jump in the portal and see who's going to give me the most money. But at the same time, it's supposed to be the best situation for you. But I don't like how this is going. I don't like that I'm locked in. I signed with you, and I'm here. But then another better opportunity comes open. And everybody knew Miami needed a quarterback because Carson Beck is 36 years old and he got to go. So you already know they need a quarterback.
Right.
And they had some backdoor. They probably had some backdoor conversations going on. But I don't blame Duke for what they're doing. But as far as I know, they can't block it because it ain't no rules. So we're going to be seeing more of this now. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Until they come down with some rules and regulations, these schools are going to get fed up. They want their money back, bro.
Yeah.
Do you blame them?
I don't blame them, JB. And once again, we don't want to continue to be the dead horse. This is stuff like this is what Coach Saban was talking about when they first wanted to start doing it. And you can't force them, but it's almost like the baby pros. You know, now you're going to have to honor contracts. And we know, hey, JB, I got to say this, man. We talk about the Texas, they have money. We talk about the Oregons and Ohio State. Miami don't mind dropping that bread for a quarterback. You know, you look at it, Miami might be a dream spot now for certain players. You know, they were ready to drop 6 for a tie. For tie. So Miami, we got to put some respect on Miami. Miami got money to spend on quarterback. They got money down there in Miami now.
Oh, yeah.
And so with that said, because I'm not going to add on to what you said, but this going to continue to be a problem, JB. You said it well. We remember what Saban saying there's going to be a problem. And I think that I'm glad that I ain't in the committee room. I'm glad I'm not in the room just having these conversations. It's going to be some long conversations. I think it's going to be some arguing. I think it's going to be some don't put your hands on me type of conversations.
Yeah. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty.
It's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty. But I must say, you know, I can't be mad at the university and say, hey, we paid you this money. And you can't get mad at the kids because, like, hey, if another team is a scholarship, and so after a while, they're going to end up making the scholarship your contract.
Yeah. You got to put the language in there, right? You got to put the language in there.
And if the language, and at the end of the day, if that language is not in the black and white, if the language don't say, hey, you have to stay here at least 2 years, and if you void this contract, you owe this university. So now the schools that you want to go to is going to have to buy that contract out for you to come there. So it's going to get nasty. Yep. But hopefully, hey, I won't be mad if Coach Cincinnati can continue to show that he ain't got to drop no bands to keep winning. But man, so there's gonna be we're gonna be having more conversations about this, and so I'm gonna end it on that note and yield the floor back to you, JB.
Now I did hear that you mentioned buying out. I did hear that they're gonna probably have to buy out. Miami's gonna have to buy out. Now, Texas Tech when they got their quarterback, they gave him $5 million for my guy Sorensen from Cincinnati, right? When they got him, he was the top quarterback in the portal. $5 million they had to buy him out of his contract. So we're gonna start seeing a lot of that for the top players, man. And like El From said in the chat, man, CBA collective bargaining agreement. If they do that, if they do that, man, you're gonna have a whole committee. These kids better, I'm telling you, get ready for your W-2, your W-9, your 1099. You're gonna have to, they gonna want their bread.
They gonna want
and want their bread.
Yep. And I don't think, bro, and like you said, when they first introduced the NIL, they did not expect it to get like this, you know. But Saban tried to warn them. Coach Saban tried to warn them. This will happen.
It wasn't supposed to be like this at all. Not at all. But all right, y'all, we're going to take a little break. Make sure y'all check out this video, and we're going to come back because we got to preview this NFL playoffs. We got 2 big games, and we got some coaching changes. So y'all check this out. We'll be right back.
Sports Talking with JB is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, since 1959 serving the greater Montgomery area, from C-classes to GLEs, and everything in between. Visit them at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Come test drive a new Benz today. At Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, it's time to love what you drive.
Big shout out to the sponsors, man. Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz for being the official sponsor of this whole network. Now, we're not gonna hold y'all too long, but we definitely got to talk some NFL because we got a lot of things going on, and this is a football show. Now, we down to the Final Four in the NFL playoffs. You got the New England Patriots, Denver Broncos in the AFC, and then you got the Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks in the NFC. Before we get to these games, this is what happened this past weekend. We saw some great performances. We saw BTA. We saw CJ Stroud. I don't even know what to call that. CJ Stroud, man. Terrible performance by him.
Yeah.
Before the Niners just got outmatched, of course. That Broncos Bills game ended in controversy. And then we saw on Sunday night, great game, great performance by Caleb Williams, but he couldn't get the job done. So, C-Way, give me a takeaway for one of these games.
Man, I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna touch on New England and the Texans game.
Okay.
Man, it was a good defensive battle. Man, I think that was one of the most brutal games of the weekend. Man, that was, and Coach Saban say that was a slobber knocker. And shots out to that man, Will Anderson. Man, Will Anderson played like and shots out to Gonzalez. Man, Gonzalez for New England, man. Yeah. He played like a young Jalen Ramsey and Charles Woodson. He was laying the wood, coming up with big plays. Man, it was a good game. The running game was good, but man, CJ Stroud just had a little too many mistakes. And I think he was not used to playing in that type of weather. And he just couldn't get the job done. I'm not going to bash the young man. He done got bashed enough. I'm tired of seeing the memes. Hey, it's got to be a learning experience from him. But I will joke about one thing. What? My man ain't been the same since he been caught in that car with Amber Rose.
And everybody been saying that. Stop. Yep. Hey, that been 2-3 years ago now. But at the same time, bro. At the same time.
Yeah. And he has struggled. And I would say this: he has not been able to get back to his rookie year. So the Texans might be looking to. I think that his tenure might be up soon in Houston, man. Houston got some decisions they need to make, you know.
Hey, like at the same time, bro, that defense is so dominant, right?
Yeah.
And even when you were turning that ball over, they was getting it back from you. Because Drake May, he didn't have no great performance. He fumbled the ball a couple of times. That was just an ugly. It was a nasty game. The weather was nasty. It was two great defense. I'm glad you talked about that game. I'm not gonna go any further, but at the same time, Stroud, hey, you got to get better. Y'all gave Bryce hell when he was struggling.
Yep.
Now Stroud, he's struggling too, but at the same time, these are young quarterbacks. They probably 24, 25.
20.
They will get it together.
I will give CJ more of a pass. Now I'm not scared to say it. I'm gonna give CJ Stroud more of a pass than Josh Allen because he did not play no worse than Josh Allen did. And let's go to the Broncos. What's your takes on the Broncos? We're gonna go ahead and get on Josh Allen now.
Man, listen here. Josh Allen, he can be when he at his best, he uphill, right? But when he is turning that ball over, and he does it at the worst times, that's his problem. Most of his problem ain't his game. His problem is the turnovers.
And JB,
that's the problem, bro.
JB, minus that overtime loss in Kansas City when he just didn't have a chance to get back on the field.
Right.
Every playoff loss that the Buffalo Bills have had under the tenure of Josh Allen, minus that one game, it's been his fault. But either he threw an interception or he turned the ball over or fumbled the ball at the wrong time.
Yep.
So Josh Allen, like you said, is a good quarterback. But when the game is on the line, he is not going to get you that championship. This year, to me, man, we said it once. We have said it on this show. Y'all have heard us. This was his easiest path.
Yep.
To the Super Bowl. He don't have Joe Burrow, a young guy that he lost to. You don't have Patrick Mahomes, a person that you have not beaten the playoff. And you didn't have Lamar Jackson that you had to go through. You couldn't even have to go through Aaron Rodgers. So the guys that you had to play against in the AFC to get to the playoff, you have more experience, more victories than these guys. You done been to the playoff more than these guys. They are young quarterbacks for their team. You had an easy route to go to the Super Bowl, and you failed. It is not your coach's fault. I blame you, Josh Allen. I'm not scared to say it, and I'm not gonna get on that controversy catch. But you minus that Kurt Turner, you look at it, JB, before the half, Before the half, right?
Yeah.
He was responsible for them having 10 points before the half.
He did. That's true. That's very true.
10 points before the half. Y'all
That's
like numbers.
True.
10 points because of Josh Allen turned the ball over
twice
before half.
Yep.
And you know what my girl Steinfeld said when he get home? She said, "Boy, if you don't get out my face," like she told Buddy on Sinners. She said, "Boy, you better get up out my face."
Hey, listen here. Hey, you are absolutely right too. Because points, bro, they come in the premium in the playoffs. You can come back, you can come back, but a lot has to go your way during the game to come back. And unfortunately, this did not go their way. What's up, Tip?
Hey, what up, Tip? What up, Tip?
I see you peeked in on us. Now, you can go either way with this. I'm going to go catch because if you looking at this, bro, look at his knee on the first picture. He got the ball. The receiver is trying to dig the ball away. I'm down. But when I roll over and we roll over together and you come up with the ball, you say it's an interception. But you see on different occasions where you can saw on this weekend, you saw similar instances where the receiver had the ball kind of like that. They went to the ground. The DB come up with the ball. The referee said, no, that's complete. But in this case, it's an interception. So we've had Hall of Fame players on Twitter, great players, say that was a catch.
And you have some that said interception. And me personally, game time speed, I thought it was an interception because you could not really tell that
Yeah, you had to
Cook,
slow it down. You had to slow it down.
you couldn't tell that Cook had really. But it looked like in game time speed that he did not really possess the
You're right.
ball.
Right.
I think Cook problem was the ball when he caught the ball, it bobbled.
It was on his body.
It was on his body.
So when he caught it, he came down. He hit the ground immediately, right?
Yeah.
So you see that first picture, his knees on the ground. He's got the ball on his chest.
And,
that DB don't even have the ball.
Yeah, and
on the second picture, he's trying to get the ball.
And so normally, like in baseball, a tie goes to the runner or the receiver. Yep. And I think that there's gonna be another talk, I believe, in the offseason.
Yep.
The definition of a catch. Man, we're gonna have a lot of changes.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to the players either. But I do think that the rules, they need to have a set of rules and follow the rules. Don't improvise your rules for certain players or certain coaches or, certain situations.
Certain situations, yes.
So for certain situations, right. I think that you need to have a textbook rule or what it is. And some stuff will be an opinion. And I think some stuff is depending on the referee, how he feeling at that moment. But
yeah. And at the same time, bro, like in the playoffs, okay, we know this play. Regular season, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a shame how in the regular season, some things you'll go or you'll let go. In the playoffs, you won't let it go. Like my boy TJ said, keep the same rules all season, bro.
I agree.
You ain't no need to switch it up now. And the reason that I think the coach was upset, y'all didn't even review this, bro.
It should have been a review. I think
it was a turnover on code. Review it. Go to the
in the playoff game. We like it or not, even if it doesn't, even if you decide, hey, it's an interception. I do say that I do think that, hey, I think the coach would have been much better or accepted it better had you go say, hey, we need to do a second look. And I think I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's my team or another team I don't like.
Yeah.
A play like this, you have to review it. If a referee, they should have called upstairs to review that. And I don't blame the ones on the field. I blame upstairs as well.
That was too big of a play, too big of a moment, man. Yeah, you got to look at that. You got to, bro. Yeah, for sure. Hey, stop that, Elfron, with these rumors talking about Lamar Jackson trade for the number 1 pick. Well, you heard that at Elfron?
Hey, Las Vegas was
he being funny now. Cowboy peeking to the Raiders. Stop that, man. Elfron being funny in the chat.
Hey, Elfron, if the Cowboys don't get Pickens back, man, I'll be mad. I'm really gonna be mad. No, I'm not.
Elfron is trying to build a team with the because he a Raiders fan. So he wants to trade a pick to get Lamar Jackson and get Joel Pickens. I see what you're doing, Efron. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I would do that myself.
You damn right. Now, we'll talk about that when the NFL draft come up because I got some ideas to fix the Raiders. We'll talk about that, down the line. But let's talk about these games, man. So you got 3 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Alabama time. On CBS, you got the Patriots going to Mile High to face the Broncos. And then after that, you got the NFC Championship, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Bama time on Fox. The Rams going to Seattle. This is the third time these teams are playing right here. I love games like this. When you get a division game, in the playoff for all the money in the middle of the table, you love that. Now, let's talk about that game first. Let's talk about that first. All right, so, C-Way, I got to get you. Because you said Matt Stafford was garbage. You said Matt Stafford wasn't going to get the job done. Now, I told you, he didn't play great, but he did just enough to get the job done. Now, I got to give a shout-out, though, to Caleb Williams, because that boy is Caleb Williams special.
And guess what, JB? I'm not doubling down on my comment. All right, man.
Hold on, wait a minute. All right. Who is the best quarterback left in the playoffs?
Sam.
Don't lie. Hell no. Hell no. Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to the people, Seaway.
I
No way.
gotta, on a serious note, I gotta give it to I gotta give it to Matt Stafford, man.
Okay.
I don't want Matt Stafford to win one bit because they already ready to put they already ready to put him in the Hall of Fame, and all he need is one more Super Bowl, and they're gonna say, Matt Stafford is the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Wait, it's too late because he gonna win the MVP. He already going to the Hall of Fame, brother. He's gonna be the league MVP.
He don't deserve no MVP.
Man, exactly, fraud.
I gotta give credit that he's playing, like you said. I gotta get on the serious side. I gotta stop being serious. I gotta be serious. Matt Stafford, man, playing ball. I mean,
he's MVP.
He's MVP.
You gotta give it to him.
I don't want to give it to him. I don't want to give it to him because I'm tired. I just don't think it's always right for receivers. I mean, quarterbacks to continue to always get the MVP. Yeah. I think they should get their own award. But man, bro, I'm so tired of Puka, man. Puka is a ball player.
I told you. Boy,
Puka is a ball player. I think that is the real MVP, if the truth be told.
Listen, Puka,
he won that.
He is the best player. Now, the reason I really like this matchup, Seaway, Puka and Jackson Smith and the Jigba, JSN, two best players on the field.
Oh, definitely. Oh, hands down. And because you look at it at their best, can't nobody stop them in coverage but themselves. Man, Puka, man, we watched him Sunday, man, in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Just outplay every type of coverage that the Bears had on him. He destroyed the coverage and found a way to get over. And you may tell what the play of the game was.
What was it?
Matt Stafford really threw when about to throw that interception. But when Puka went from a receiver to a cornerback and laid that hit.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That play right there saved the game because the Bears were really finna get it. We had a ball and was finna kill the Rams' momentum. But that play, and they ended up, if I'm not mistaken, they ended up scoring some type of points that drive. They kind of kept them, to kind of keep them in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Devontae Adams, he definitely ain't no slap. We definitely not sleeping on Adams. He lead the league in touchdown reception.
You can tell what. Shouts out to Adams. Adams was a number one receiver his whole career, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Outstanding. Always want the numbers, but he went in a situation where he's older now. He's not the Devontae Adams he was when he first came in the league, but he went there and accepted the number 2 role, but really he's a number 1 role with his veteran knowledge. He does not care that he don't get all the touches every game. One game he'll have his 100 yards. Next game he might have 30 or 40 yards. But he's blocking. He ain't complaining that Matt Stafford to the media that Matt Stafford ain't getting him the ball. He's bringing that veteran knowledge and him freeing up Puka because you can't. There's a double threat. And Matt Stafford if Matt Stafford don't have no choice but to be the MVP when he have 2 players like that in the game. So it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah. Now, a big key is Zach Charbonnet, the running back. Now, I call him running back 1B because him and Kenneth Walker, they split carries with the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker is a beast, though. He is a beast now. He had a outstanding game against the 49ers. But Charbonnet, I mean, he's a touchdown machine. He tore his Achilles, I believe, or ACL one. He's done. So that's a big blow for the Seahawks. And I know, Elfron, you going for the Seahawks, you think they're going to win this game, but Charbonnet is a big blow. If they stack that box and stop Walker, man, I put it like this. Sam Darnold going to have to play the game of his life. I believe the defense is going to play now. Both defenses can come with it.
Yes.
But if you asking me to pick, I'm going Rams, man.
Yeah.
I think the Rams got a little bit too much for them.
And you know who I'm going with?
Seahawks.
I'm going with the Seahawks and Sam. I'm going with Sam. But shouts out to Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold played his best season of his career. You know, that was a redemption season last year for him.
Oh, hell
Didn't
yeah.
have the best playoff game, you know. And really, he should still be a Minnesota Vikings. Just Jefferson was mad. The whole team was mad about that trade. But he went to the Seahawks and carried them to a NFC West championship, NFC North championship. Got them in the conference championship. Hey man, this is gonna be what I like about this game too, JB and Chat. This is a rival game. I'm like you. I love to see when rivals play 3 times. 3 times is a charm.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is gonna be a great one.
It's gonna be a great, and it's also gonna become and if I gotta pick when it comes down to coaching, I gotta go with the Rams if it's gonna come down to coaching.
McVay, yeah.
McVay he's a great coach, a Super Bowl champion, and he knows how to get the best out of his players. And we could eat, man. I'm gonna still pick the Seahawks because they at home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be hard for them to come in the 12th within the 12th man and win. So the real 12th man, I ain't calling College Field 12th man, but that's the real 12th man.
The last time they played, boy, it was a classic.
It was
a classic. They went to the 2-point conversion game at the end of the game when the Seahawks won that game. That was a classic. I hope we see another one like that.
Man,
now AFC, this is easy to pick because I mean it's not easy. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but they say Jarrett Stidham, Sean Payton say Jarrett Stidham gonna be ready. Now, Bo Nix broke his ankle. Toward the end of that game, right? He broke his ankle. So he's done. You got Jarrett Stidham coming in here to play. But look at these coaches though. Sean Payton, Super Bowl champion coach, right? Mike Vrabel should be coach of the year, in my opinion.
In my opinion as well.
Yeah. Mike Vrabel, you know, I know Mike Vrabel, watched him play. We grew up watching him play for the Patriots, for Bill Belichick, right? So this is right here. And I told everybody when they hired him, I said, watch out for the Patriots. Because he said it, JB. This is a perfect storm. He got him a quarterback right here, Drake May, who he's still on the rise. This is only his second year. So Drake May is really overachieving to get where he is. This is not the best, one of the best teams in the league, but they are coached the best. You have a lot of players. They don't have all the top-notch players, but you got a Stephon Diggs who can go off at any moment. You got Kayshon Boutte who's doing what he does. You got the running backs and Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson. You got tight end Hunter Henry. So you got some playmakers, but the defense, the game is going to be won on the defensive end. I just believe the Patriots defense is going to be too much for Jarrett Stidham. Now, if Bo Nix was playing, this was a toss-up. Mm-hmm. This is a toss-up if Bo Nix played. But because Bo Nix not playing, I'm with Elfron. I think the Patriots win this game, and I think they win this, I ain't going to say easy, but they win it convincingly. Give me the Patriots. We're going back to the Super Bowl. I'm bringing out all Patriots gear next week.
Hey, give me JB, give me the Patriots. I think Stidham, and you're not going to convince me that Stidham is ready. You're not going to convince me that he is ready. And I think that Patriots defense is going to be a little bit too much for him in the playoff. The only thing that I can say that he has going for him that is going to be a home game. But give me the Patriots.
Hey, look at the comment. If Drake May wins another playoff game, he will have more playoff win than that. Now, TJ, why you got to do that, TJ? Why we got to talk about that? That ain't got nothing to do with this, TJ.
Y'all want me to get that's the second time. Y'all want me to get started tonight, don't y'all?
Listen, bro. Hey, I see what y'all doing. I didn't know that. Thank you, TJ, because I didn't know that.
Y'all want me to get started tonight, don't y'all?
Stall them out, TJ. Stall them out.
Do y'all want a Cowboys rant? If
I ain't got nothing for the we ain't got nothing for the Cowboy tonight, bro. I don't even have nothing, no graphic, no nothing for the Cowboy. But hey, like Efron say, it's true.
Hey, if they want me to do a Cowboy rant, I'll do one for 30 seconds. Do y'all want a Cowboys rant?
Oh my goodness. Let's see what they say. So listen, you got the Patriots and the Seahawks. That was my Super Bowl pick, by the way, when we did this preview show. Shouts out to Maine, because I know he picked Broncos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be Patriots and Rams.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Patriots and
I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't even, you know what? I don't even feel sorry for the Broncos either. And Bo Nix, and I don't hate Bo Nix. I kind of like Bo Nix, but Sean Payton, I ain't got nothing for you.
I don't got nothing for him either.
I ain't got nothing for Sean Payton. No, nothing for you. Hey, shouts out to John Harbaugh, man. I wanted to get the picture. He was suited and booted at the press conference. He had on his nice blue suit, you know. Hey, I think this is a great situation for John Harbaugh. I do. I really do, bro. I think he can do some things. The Giants have some pieces over there. They about 2-3 years away. But I think Harbaugh
is gonna be the problem.
Yes, man. It's hard. See, Harbaugh is the coach that, and I feel like we talk about Harbaugh a lot, bro, but you got to put respect on his name. This man, Super Bowl winning coach. He's always in the playoffs. He did all he could do with the Ravens. Kind of just like Tomlin. Both of them. They did all they could do in their situations.
Yeah.
I like this for Harbaugh a lot, man. Young quarterback, a lot of young players. They coming for y'all, Seaway. They coming for that NFC East. They coming. I'm just letting you know. We just putting y'all on notice. This is a good hire too. This happened, I think late last night. Robert Saleh. Y'all remember that name? He got the 49er gear on right here because he was a DC, but he was with the Jets. And y'all know that Jets job ain't nothing but a temporary job.
Temporary job.
Yeah, you gonna get fired.
And it was not his fault why he got fired.
It wasn't.
He should not have been fired in the first place.
I like this opportunity for him because you go into Tennessee. I like his mindset. I like the way he coaches. And he's fairly young coach, but Tennessee has a lot to work on, right? You got your quarterback last year. You got to get him some weapons, but you also have to your front office, man. The front office, they have drafted terribly. Like, they got set back like 5 years ago. They got set back. So this is still a work in progress for the Titans. I don't see the Titans being good for about another 3-4 years, maybe.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to be patient with they're gonna have to be patient with him.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They got to be patient, bro. Some organizations can't, but they got to. They can't afford to not be patient.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give him some time, and most importantly, I think you have to try your best to bring Rico Dardale back and in that running game. And I think that you need to get you a receiver. You need to get you some offensive line. You need to get you the offensive line that's gonna be able to protect him. And you got to build that defense up to stop somebody. Yeah. And at least one thing he got going for him, I think that he will be able to build that defense up.
Yeah, for sure.
So
you get an offensive-minded coach. I like Efron, what you said. Yeah, he need a good coordinator over there too.
He does.
I mean, we're not expecting much. This right here, this was a head scratcher. Dude kind of looked like who he looked like. He looked like somebody. I don't even know this guy. I mean, seriously, he was a coordinator, but this was my first time hearing his name for a head coaching position, and he got the job just like that.
Bro, looking like the T-1000. man, bro, I don't even know what to say for that, man. You can get that off my face.
And he got a haircut like guy from Street Fighter.
Bro, no, better yet, he look like Jim Carrey on Me, Myself, and Irene. Looking like Hank, man. They look just like Jim Carrey when he played on Me, Myself, and Irene. If you seen that movie, y'all will understand.
Yeah, he do look like him. Yeah, Mike McDonald's going to offensive coordinator. Shout out TJ for that to the Chargers. Great situation. Great situation for Mike McDaniel.
I think that's a great situation. And sometimes when you start, sometimes as a young coach, you get your first team and you don't do your best, and so you have to sometimes go learn from another coach. And I think him and Harbaugh, two offensive minded guys, with a good quarterback, I think that they'll do good. And I like Tua, but Tua failed McDaniel.
He did. Hey, Till, to answer your question, you said who is this?
I have no idea, Till.
So he was the Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator this past season. And he was a head coach at Boston College before Bill O'Brien.
Another underachieving. You know what, man?
Lord.
Underachiever.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about Kevin Stefanski going to the Falcons.
JB,
I know Seaway, you don't like it.
I don't like it.
A lot of Falcon fans don't like it. But they want to see. This is the thing, right? Any Falcon fans in the chat, I know the Falcons, y'all want Metro Boomin to be the coach. Y'all want DC Young Fly. Y'all want the coach. Y'all want the coach to go to Magic City. Y'all want him to bring the strip club in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Y'all want him to go on the 85 South show, right? That's what y'all want. But at the same time, when you had Raheem Morris, everybody like, oh, Raheem, we finna win now. What did Raheem Morris do? He didn't do anything. You know what Raheem Morris did? And I like Raheem Morris, but I called him. I called the firing during the season. The team had no discipline, for one thing. Every time I watched the Falcons game, they got 14 to 15 penalties. You losing to the Jets. You're losing games you're supposed to win, but then you go on a winning streak late in the season, and you help the Panthers get in the playoffs.
Yep.
You help the Panthers get in the playoffs.
Hey, all you see them on the sideline be like this.
Like, come on, man. But
they like be on the sideline.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, this man is a two-time NFL Coach of the Year with the Cleveland Browns.
One time.
Let me say that one more time.
One time.
Two-time Coach of the Year with the Cleveland Browns.
Or one time to me, if the truth be told, because D'Amico Ryans deserved that one that he did get.
That's true. I would say that. But it's in the record books. He took the Browns to the playoffs twice in his 5 years. The Browns have been one of the teams who hadn't had, and everybody say this, even when they got Stewart, Shador ain't got no help. He ain't got no help. The Browns ain't had no help for years, even before Shador. The Browns ain't had nobody. They had Deshaun Watson, who they thought was going to be the savior until he got injured and he started going to massage parlors. Now, the man got old Joe Flacco. They went to the playoff with old Joe Flacco. They've been playing musical chairs with quarterbacks for years. The only solid thing they have on that team is Myles Garrett, Hall of Famer. But all in all, it was time for him to move on. They hired him quickly because they knew he was one of the best coaches in the coaching pool right there. Falcons fan wanted Tomlin. Tomlin did not want to coach. Tomlin didn't want the Falcons. How you gonna hire a man who don't want to come? So, I mean, I don't know, bro. I think it's a good hire.
The Falcons, and they gonna be back in the same situation in the next 3 years. You hear it on the show now. They ain't gonna do nothing because they still got sorry Kirk Cousins. They ain't gonna do nothing with left-handed Michael Penix because he ain't gonna rise like the Phoenix. And most importantly, you can have Matt Ryan and the general manager. Only thing Matt Ryan gonna be known for is coming back and letting Brady come back from 28-3. The Atlanta Falcons is gonna still be a step under, gonna be a laughing stock up under us like the Dallas Cowboys. They ain't nothing but. The Atlanta Falcons ain't nothing but an organization like is nothing but the Dallas Cowboys without a championship. And they ain't going to get one with this clown here. This clown, I don't want to hear, JB. This man had an opportunity, right? He had two good working quarterbacks, and he couldn't get the job done. He had malice and had his receivers. He couldn't control. You talking about a coach that can control his sideline? He can control his receiver for trying to fuss and fight with his quarterback. He can control his receiver to teach his receiver to go catch routes. And I'm calling out the Alabama native Judy. He ain't gonna do jack nothing. He ain't gonna believe in no quarterback. He ain't gonna do any uplifting of no quarterback. He don't know how to develop a quarterback. And then his star quarterback is still getting happy endings when he was at the Cleveland Browns. So I don't want to hear none of that stuff about no Stephani. He ain't gonna do jack at the Atlanta Falcons. He ain't gonna be nothing but an overrated loser, just like Matt Ryan. And I'm done with him.
But Falcons do have some good players in place. They do. They do. They do. He's going to a better team, anyway. He going to a better team.
Mark my word. How about this, JB? If the Atlanta Falcons,
I guarantee you the Falcons go to the playoffs in the next 2 years.
I guarantee you they don't.
All right, we're going to come back on that.
How about this?
We're going to come back on that.
All right.
Yeah, they might win a division next year. You know how the NFC South is. You know how they technically won a division this year. They just helped the Panthers get in.
True. They did.
hey, and they better than the Cowboys. Hey, that's how we gonna end that.
Oh no, they're not. They're not. They're definitely not better than the Cowboys. They're definitely not better than the Dallas Cowboys. I guarantee you, with the players we have, we'll go stump a mud hole in the Atlanta Falcons.
Hey, it's still a lot of vacancy. Look at that, man. Cardinals, Ravens, Bills, Browns, Raiders, and Steelers. Hey, Efron, while you're talking, the Raiders ain't got no coach yet. Who the Raiders gonna hire? That's a big key because they got the #1 pick in the draft. So it's still a lot to happen. This the off season. He said they're waiting on Kubiak. Well, they better keep waiting. Now we got the NFC AFC game. Then we got the Super Bowl coming up. Now off season goes crazy, right? Off season goes crazy. We know how the off season goes. And college football, we in the off season now for college football, right? I forgot to talk about this earlier. So this right here, Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, Jeremy Bernard, this for the Bama fans out there, will be out of the Senior Bowl. They were originally going to go to the Senior Bowl and play and do all the things, but all three are out due to nagging injuries. I think that's what that says on the bottom. So they didn't just bag out, due to nagging injuries. So if you're not going to be 100%, don't even go out there and half-ass it.
And because you're gonna hurt, because you're gonna do more hurt to yourself. And I think with those three, that Super Bowl that Senior Bowl wasn't really gonna help. It would, I think where they are in the draft is where they are. They just need to go to the combine and perform at the combine. It's better for them to go perform at the combine and do good than to go risk a chance of getting hurt even more that they missed the combine.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Jefferson and Lawson, but it wouldn't have helped Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard, I think he's probably like a second-round pick, in my opinion. Maybe second or third. But I think Lawson and Jefferson got to show some things.
Yeah.
It's highly recommended for sure, but at the same time, you got to be 100%.
You got to be 100%.
You got to be. And speaking of Senior Bowl and speaking of Alabama players before we go, shouts out to the ones that will be there and participating. Parker Brailsford right there, our center. He's undersized, but of course, he played very well, right? He played very well. He wasn't the issue on the offensive line. We know that. But he's undersized, so he's going to have to do a lot of things physically and have to show that he can play with the big boys in the NFL. So he's going to be at the Senior Bowl. Who else we got? LT Overton, he's looking to rise his draft stock. He will be there, of course. My guy, Big Tim Keenan III on the D-line. I want to see what Tim Keenan can do. Hoping to be a draft riser, of course. None of these guys are first-round names, right? So they need to do what they can do Yes, they need to perform. They need this, bro. Josh Cuevas, who had a good year, but he got injured.
And I think he could be. I think he's a second rounder, second or third.
He'll be one of the top. I looked at the tight end board, and he's like 4 or 5. Like he's in the top 5.
Right.
So when the tight end start rolling off, you might hear Josh Cuevas probably like second, maybe third.
Yeah, injuries hurt him. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, injuries hurt him. And Jam Miller, of course, he needed. Oh yes, he needed because he had an injury. Oh my goodness, we thought Jam Miller was gonna have a big season, but he got hurt. Started off, and he never bounced back.
Yes, and I don't think that he's a. And I'm gonna take up for it, young man. I don't think he's a bad running back, but I think that he can overcome his injuries and get in a good groove. And injuries can help you get out of your groove.
Yeah, so I think he really needs to show he's 100%, right? And I think he's still participating. As far as I know, he's still gonna participate. But I wish all them guys the best. I wish all them guys the best, man, for sure. Coming up next week, we're gonna look into that. So, like I mentioned, next week we will not have a show. It's gonna be all Senior Bowl coverage on the network next week. We will come back the week after, preview the Super Bowl, and talk about all the other things that's been going on with college football. And we'll probably have us an early top 25 or something like that.
Yeah,
we have something. Yeah, we got something coming up. Yeah, we got something coming up. Something to keep y'all talking. But for now, man, y'all hit the like button. We thank y'all for joining Efron. You are a delight to the chat.
Yes.
You're always coming up with the stuff. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, by the way. But
thank y'all for all the love, all the support.
Oh, yes. Yes, for sure. Yes, Efron Senior Bowl will be on the NFL Network, my guy. NFL Network on the 31st. Just, like I say, just you are a subscriber. So anybody watching this, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date because the coverage will be coming and it will be coming hot and heavy. Thank you, Tip. Thank you so much. Everybody who's a member, I really appreciate you guys every month, for being a member for this network. It's a growing network, right? It's growing. We got more things coming. Alabama State content is definitely growing. Flag football right around the corner. You got off-season things, right? Signing day is coming up in 2 weeks. So just stay tuned. Just stay tuned because it's going to be a lot coming up on the network. And we still got you with the NFL coverage and the college football coverage all around. So with all that being said, man, I'm your boy JB. That's DJ C Way. We gonna holler at y'all. Y'all have a blessed one, man.
Blue 5.